Oh, this could be the chance. Sanchez takes advantage. What a celebration on top of the goal. Mullings. Over the cross. Oh, it went in the net! Not that often, Data, you get a goal that goes straight from across. That is beautiful. Great way to go up 2 goals. Good ball out wide. Yusuf sensing it. Oh, what a goal! Sanchez with the brace. And a coordinated dance to celebrate things. Lansdowne add to their lead 3-0 in the 57th minute. Shaquille Sanchez. That was a good cross. Still on the wide end, and is Mullings! Mullings puts in the next goal. Everybody's been wanting to see him score tonight, especially the fans of the Little Kickers. He's looking to his audience. He's thrilled.
Okay. Tipped by the Wolfhound player. So here we go. Eddie Ringler could not catch that. Wow. Oh my God, that was a great run by a huge winger, Luke, who's offloaded to George Reese, who's on the attack. Back up again and running, and there's an offload to Owen Murphy. Another offload to Luke. I can't see who it is, too far from me. But beautiful, beautiful try. Lansdowne in minute 36 on third phase. Okay, here comes phase number 4, unless it's a try. All right, Lansdowne on the attack. Beautiful offload. Wow, lovely try. Lovely try by the men in black. Dominic Sofe was involved with that, of course. Cam Rogers.
That's a nice little pop lob. He chips it over to the keeper, and it's going to be the opening goal. What a beauty. Around this time last year, he just like kind of leaped over him. Cameron cuts left at the center. Greek Americans, they have the numerical advantage here. He's got a man on the left. He goes straight for goal. What a goal! A laser beam. Trying to not sleep there. Oh, that's definitely going to be a penalty call. Zafir going to get the penalty. The keeper played around with the ball a little too much and kind of scooped up. Penalty. Saeed, he's got all the space in front of him. It's just him and the keeper take it down. It's a stoppage time period. See if they convert. Greek Americans make it 3-1. That's a great ball. Can he chip it over? It's on an open net. It's going to get in there, and Celtic opened the scoring.
I don't need you to fight to hold up.
Oh, what a goal! They equalize. Great free kick, great supply, great finish. Header! What a goal! This time it's Jack Barrett. He was so upset that I missed another goal he had scored. It's great that he can gain redemption with that header. It's bending over! Another header! Barrett makes it a brace.
Life has its moments when you're forced to face future challenges.
We were getting larger and larger jobs. Something had to change quickly.
Moments when managing a crisis transforms into creating possibilities.
I needed to double my space, and this came available.
Moments when growing bigger means thinking bigger.
I'll tell anybody that in business, one of the biggest challenges is cash flow.
See the full stories at webstermoments.com.
The main thing we do is to help people who are looking to buy a home for the first time.
For a lot of these clients that I work with, this is their first home. This is their life savings. So to be part of that, I think that's an amazing feeling. That's why I do this.
This is my father, Bill Tejada. He was a fireman in the city of Hartford for almost 30 years. He was a class of the first Spanish-speaking fireman in Hartford. So he was kind of a pioneer. He reached out to the community. He made relationships, kind of like what I do now. Same thing, right? Building relationships, building trust, and giving opportunities for, again, better quality of life for people.
It made a huge difference in my life to finally, at the age of 14, get my own room. So, I know what that's like, and I know what that can do for a family.
To see the feeling of accomplishment these people have really is kind of an overwhelming thing, and to think that I had a small part in that is pretty rewarding.
I feel happy, like when I get my customer, my client, my community member into their first home, the tears are real, the joys are real. Nothing compares to this.
There's a chance for everyone to become a home buyer, a homeowner. It's the American dream, and that's what Webster's all about.
The field. Every neighborhood has one. Grass, concrete, or dirt. The stage is the same. The rules, unwavering. And the goals, beautiful.
It goes in! Improbable scenes!
It's where the dream begins to achieve the ultimate victory.
The underdogs have prevailed once again!
One cup, open to all.
There is a celebration in Orlando.
Now, America's oldest soccer tournament is back.
Oh, it's incredible!
The field doesn't care if you're a pro or trying to be one. It only asks, how bad do you want it? It's unbelievable! The Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
Games at Fleming Park, of course, that is not really a compliant field for U.S. Open Cup, but luckily, oh, here's a chance. He slides one in there. What a goal. He goes for the cross. Off the kicker's player, but it's in Lansdowne possession. A switch to the center. Another Vivo. Nice cross there. He's got an open goal in front of him. The goal scorer from the other night. Chips one center. Another open goal. DeVivo open. I'm proud to say I've been to every round of the Open Cup possible. Taken down and a penalty to Lansdowne. If he's going to convert this one, he does. Originally, I was supposed to have the feed going to Twitter. Twitter was acting up. I don't know why the feed didn't come out. Here's Shamir Mullings. He gets it through and he scores his second Open Cup goal for his free kicks, but also his corners. Oh, shot! What a goal! Across to the middle, and he finishes. Out wide. Here's a cross. Oh. And then the rebound, and there's the goal. Joey DeVivo with the opener. Ball, he couldn't act fast enough, but here's a rebound. He takes a shot at goal. Another chance, and they finish. Shaquille Sanchez back. He's open. Espinal. Oh, what a save, but can he put that one in? He does! Here's a cross. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Still not done yet. Trying to see if they get to deliver that first. Victor Rowe. He's driving it down. He's looking to make a cut. He sets up to. Oh! An own goal. Games at Fleming Park, of course, that is not really a compliant field for U.S. Open Cup, but luckily, oh, here's a chance. He slides one in there. What a goal. He goes for the cross. Off the kicker's player, but it's in Lansdowne possession. A switch to the center, another Vivo. Nice cross there. He's got an open goal in front of him. The goal scorer from the other night. Chips one center, another open goal. DeVivo open. Year I'm proud to say I've been to every round of the Open Cup possible. Taken down and a penalty to Lansdowne. If he's going to convert this one, he does. Originally I was supposed to have the feed going to Twitter. Twitter was acting up. I don't know why. The feed didn't come out. Here's Shamir Mullings. He gets it through and he scores his second Open Cup goal for his free kicks, but also his corners. Oh, shot! What a goal! Across to the middle, and he finishes. Out wide. Here's a cross. Oh, and then the rebound, and there's the goal. Joey DeVivo with the opener. Ball, he couldn't act fast enough, but here's a rebound. He takes a shot at goal. Another chance, and they finish. Shaquille Sanchez back. He's open. Espinal. Oh, what a save, but can he put that one in? He does! Here's a cross. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Still not done yet. Trying to see if they get to deliver that first. Victor Rowe. He's driving it down. He's looking to make a cut. He sets up to. Oh! An own goal.
Just waiting on the whistle. There it is. And we are underway tonight from Trinity Health Stadium. This is headed away again. Some good early defending from Lansdowne. But now it's Hartford City taking this on, and a good effort it was by Sekic. Hartford City still looking forward. Appeal for offside. He still will get this into the middle, and the shot is wide. What a chance that is. A couple of chances there for Hartford City. City trying to collect things here in the middle. There was some contact right in that center circle. They try to bring it through the middle. They'll get this out wide now. Sanchez. Something building here for Lansdowne. Clipped up to the back post, and the header is out of play. Now the cross coming in, headed away. Garrett trying to keep it alive. How about a bicycle kick attempt? And he did not make contact with the ball. It was something else around, and fortunately it was his head. Hartford City. Sliding challenge, was there contact? Penalty! The referee really didn't waste much time pointing to the spot, but anytime you go to ground in the box, you're asking for it.
Of Garrett getting into the box in dangerous situations, that little bit of explosiveness catches Danso. And like you said,
they did not score last year, so this would be their first US Open Cup goal. Guerra steps up and scores, and Hartford City is on the board in the US Open Cup. It's Hugo Guerra. That's the answer to the trivia question, and it's 1-0 to Hartford City in this first round.
as he sends Ane the wrong way, as he steps up, closes his hips, and just ropes us into the bottom corner. Very calm in his approach, and as he should be, very confident.
69% of the ball with Lansdowne so far in this game. Impressive from the local qualifier.
In that first half, it's so easy just to park the bus and say, look, it's a hard challenge there, watch out.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul. The free kick goes right in front of the AR, and pretty much no question there is Adel Sekic. Just a bit too much, and yeah, yellow card as well.
Linebacker into Pena, takes him out right in front of the AR.
Lansdowne substitution in the Hartford.
Trying to turn the corner now. Cross coming in. It wasn't far away. Maybe another shooting opportunity. Still bouncing around. And not able to continue on, so Mullings able to take his spot. As the cross comes in, Mullenfield punches it away. Still loose, Mullenfield! What a save, putting his body on the line.
That going forward, just dumping balls into the box and telling your 6'5" striker to go get it. But how good is this from Mullenfield? Not one, but two big-time saves.
How this Hartford team likes to keep it local. As we get into 4 minutes of stoppage time. Another cross coming in. It's flicked off to the near side. Put right back in front. It's turned in. What a goal that is from Lansdowne. Edward Speed with the assist. And the boys can celebrate as it's all even at 1.
As this ball comes on this left-hand side, not dealt with nearly well enough. And Speed, he's been terrific getting into the final third all first half. When you have a back, outside back that can do both sides of the ball.
So now, what's the response going to be? And that is going to be another card handed out. I believe that's going to go to DeVivo, and it will.
Coming out in the second half, once again, you just go to that substitution that really changed the complexion of this game. This man right here, causing all sorts of problems for the opposition, just being a focal point, playing off him, the target man, comfortable with his back to goal. And that leaves the freedom to this man, Sanchez and DeVivo, to run off of him.
It's fired in and just wide. It had Mullenfield scrambling. And there is the final whistle as we focus here in Hartford as what is to come in the second 45 minutes, or will we need more than that? Grant trying to play that over the top. Was Danso trying to get that away, and it comes all the way into the corner now. Long switch of play. This one comes off very well for Sanchez. Sanchez comes in fields. This one laid off, and now a shooting chance coming. And a good save in the end by Mullenfield. And now the outlet ball, and Lansdowne trying to get out on the counterattack. It's Sanchez who just is able to get around the corner there. Kodua Sekic is also standing there. He's going to relinquish his duties here. We'll see. This is Sekic who will take it, and it wasn't a bad effort.
Hartford City FC substitution in the 62nd minute. Entering the match, number 13, Mitch Power, number 14, Hikaru Fujiwara.
Bouncing this one in and quickly cleared away. Good skill to keep the ball. He slips down in the end. It did rain earlier here in Hartford, so that's why. Ball on the field. The referee's stopping play for just a moment here. And it will be a yellow card.
Let them run in behind. That opens up a lot of space. Brilliant passage play here.
Mullings tracking this down. Mullings taking it on, big deflection, and parried over the bar. Good goalkeeping by Molenfield. He was just tracking that the whole way. It had some English on it. For Lansdowne, had a couple of aerial opportunities now. Able to battle his way through, cutting this back, letting it run all the way through for Mullings. It's still alive. Space now on the near side. And they make of it. Trying to turn the corner, there's contact, and it's enough for a penalty!
And it's 1v1 here, as Espinal's always gonna favor that left foot.
Can he get Lansdowne Yonkers out in front? Another big moment in this game. DeVivo steps up and save! The rebound is in! DeVivo atones for his mistake, and he gives Lansdowne Yonkers the lead. But how about Molenfield? He made a brilliant save, but he couldn't keep the second one out.
And is always told from the youth, follow your shots. You live and die by the rebounds inside that 6-yard box. Give credit to Molenfield, reads it extremely well, but just so unlucky, just spills it into the mouth of the goal. And if you do, more times often than not, it pays off in the end. It gives DeVivo his second goal on the night. What a performance he's put forth. And now what does Hartford City have in the reaction, in the response here?
This might be a good chance for power, but it was a heavy touch, and Saunders slips down. He'll throw the ball back out onto the field. Play continues on now. The referee has to stop play. And that is a yellow card. Trying to step in Fields. Sliding challenge. Play on. Fujiwara weaving through. And he was cut down. And it's going to be a yellow card. With more exciting twists and turns over the coming weeks. Stay up to date with feature articles and the full schedule at www.usopencup.com as that shot comes in.
Hartford City, now it's time, 7 minutes plus left in this match to throw the kitchen sink forward. Commit all your numbers forward. You're in dire need of a goal. That's going to be a yellow card.
It's the easiest one that Thomas Snyder's had tonight. So two subs, Matthew Lynch and Shaquille Sanchez are out. Jonathan Mejia, River Sabolt are on. And those are the last subs. They'll be utilized, at least in regulation, for Sean Kelly. And now here comes Lansdowne. As Shawnee Miller will be coming on. So that is the end of the day for Tremaine Bryan, who was one of those players on a yellow card. Kodua. Again, Donso. 7 minutes added on as this shot comes on. And just high. It's a large number. And there is the final whistle. It's Lansdowne Yonkers. They have come from behind to knock out Hartford City.
Life has its moments when you're forced to face future challenges.
We were getting larger and larger jobs. Something had to change quickly.
Moments when managing a crisis transforms into creating possibilities.
I needed to double my space, and this came available.
Moments when growing bigger means thinking bigger.
I'll tell anybody that in business, one of the biggest challenges is cash flow.
See the full stories at webstermoments.com.
The main thing we do is to help people who are looking to buy a home for the first time.
For a lot of these clients that I work with, this is their first home. This is their life savings. So to be part of that, I think that's an amazing feeling. That's why I do this.
This is my father, Bill Tejada. He was a fireman in the city of Hartford for almost 30 years. He was a class of the first Spanish-speaking fireman in Hartford. So he was kind of a pioneer. He reached out to the community. He made relationships, kind of like what I do now. Same thing, right? Building relationships, building trust, and giving opportunities for, again, better quality of life for people.
It made a huge difference in my life to finally, at the age of 14, get my own room. So, I know what that's like, and I know what that can do for a family.
To see the feeling of accomplishment these people have really is kind of an overwhelming thing, and to think that I had a small part in that is pretty rewarding.
I feel happy, like when I get my customer, my client, my community member into their first home, the tears are real, the joys are real. Nothing compares to this.
There's a chance for everyone to become a home buyer, a home owner. It's the American dream, and that's what Webster's all about.
Setting up speed, what a bender! Oh my, what a goal! The first punch, what a header! What a header!
Right back in front, it's turned in! What a goal that is from Lansdowne!
No, he's not. He's probably 19.
Good evening welcome to tonight's broadcast of New Logical Sports. Today we're covering a very special event, the U.S. Open Cup. I'm here with, my name is Pat Murphy. I'm your usual commentator for the night, but I have a very special guest here with me. I have the great, legendary Tommy Smith. Thanks for joining us, Tommy.
Thank you very much for having me, and I don't know too much about being a legend, but we're hoping that we're going to have a good game tonight. And you're right, it's a special competition. The Open Cup is a special competition because everybody plays in it and everybody has a chance to advance. The Lansdowne have already beaten one team up here, haven't they?
Yeah, so Lansdowne got here by defeating Hartford City 2-1 by 2 Joey DeVivo goals. They actually went down on a penalty. I'm hoping this music doesn't really cut us.
That's for you to dance to, Pat.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So Lansdowne actually came from behind off an equalizer from Joey DeVivo right before halftime, before Joey DeVivo converted a penalty in the second half to advance to the second round. Lansdowne are currently riding off of a 7-game unbeaten streak. They haven't lost a match since November when they lost to the Pan Cyprians. They won 6 league matches and plus their Open Cup match. The last time they were on a hot streak like this, while going into the Open Cup, they upset the Pittsburgh Riverhounds by a 2-goal margin. And at that time, Pittsburgh were actually sitting at the bottom of the USL Championship. This year, our opponent, Hartford Athletic, they're actually sitting second to last in the Eastern Conference. What do you think of Lansdowne's chances today?
Well, I mean, if Lansdowne play it the way they can play it, obviously they're a very good side. They're a very well coached side by Sean Kelly. Sean's been in the business a long time. He knows how to get these games done. And the thing about it is that the pie with the little cherry on top of it tonight is if they win, they'll probably meet an MLS team in the next round. So that would be enough to drive you on,
so
I'd
that's
imagine.
That's the big development here. Of course, it's not really official yet, but if you look at the way the Open Cup is structured, it's not really random like you would in the FA Cup in England. It's really tailored to geography, which has been the case for the last decade, especially when they opened it up to the open rounds, the open qualifiers, meaning the amateur clubs that go through a qualifying process. They keep everybody close to minimize travel costs. And if you look at the other matchups that are going in the Open Cup, you have Manhattan SC playing against Rochester, and then there's already Flower City Union. It used to be, it's a Rochester team, let's put it that way. Then there's the other Rochester team that went defunct only a month ago. They were supposed to play Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Of course, when they folded, they forfeited at the same time. First time that happened in the modern era of the Open Cup. It only makes sense that those folks would naturally be playing each other. So the only logical team to be playing in the next round would be the New England Revolution, who finished outside of the top 8 of MLS, making them having to enter in round 3. For those wondering about the Red Bulls and NYCFC entrance, because they finished in the top 8 of the standings, they don't enter till round 4. So it could be pretty cool. I mean, to be able to possibly face New England Revolution puts a lot at stake tonight.
I'd love to see Sean Kelly up against Bruce Arena.
Yeah. Well, and if you guys aren't familiar with MLS, I don't know. I'm assuming a good amount of the folks that watch Open Cup follow MLS. But yeah, Bruce Arena won the 2021 Supporters Shield with the New England Revolution. Since then, they kind of had a pretty rough season. I can't even remember if they made the playoffs last year, but.
Well, I'll tell you, let me put it to you this way. Bruce Arena's won everything there is to win.
Oh, yeah.
You have nothing else. I mean, he set the standard when he was with DC United when MLS started first, and he's had a fantastic career. Coached the U.S. national team, so they're really going to be up against the coaching job.
I think that's the great thing about... Oh, they're actually naming the lineups. I think that's the great thing about the Open Cup is that you have teams, much like any other domestic cup competition, you have the chance to meet against these more or less U.S. soccer legends. I mean, I'm going to go put it out there and say I'm a lifelong Metro Stars / Red Bulls fan. Tom Ramos was, of course, the first player ever signed by the Metro Stars, and you were coincidentally were the first ever commentator for the Metro Stars. So it's it's like a nice little spiritual reunion here.
Yeah, but we are not on the same side tonight. I mean, the Uruguayan is on the other side tonight. Let me tell you, Tab Ramos, of course, great coach, one of the best soccer players that the U.S. has ever produced. I mean, his dribbling ability is second to none.
Oh, anyway, so we still got about 6 minutes left till kickoff. We're going to just take a quick break, and we'll be right back. 1 second.
Life has its moments when you're forced to face future challenges.
We were getting larger and larger jobs. Something had to change quickly.
Moments when managing a crisis transforms into creating possibilities.
I needed to double my space, and this came available.
Moments when growing bigger means thinking bigger.
I'll tell anybody that in business, one of the biggest challenges is cash flow.
See the full stories at webstermoments.com.
The main thing we do is to help people who are looking to buy a home for the first time.
For a lot of these clients that I work with, this is their first home. This is their life savings. So to be part of that, I think that's an amazing feeling. That's why I do this.
This is my father, Bill Tejada. He was a fireman in the city of Hartford for almost 30 years. He was a class of the first Spanish-speaking fireman in Hartford. So he was kind of a pioneer. He reached out to the community. He made relationships, kind of like what I do now. Same thing, right? Building relationships, building trust, and giving opportunities for, again, better quality of life for people.
It made a huge difference in my life to finally, at the age of 14, get my own room. So, I know what that's like, and I know what that can do for a family.
To see the feeling of accomplishment these people have really is kind of an overwhelming thing, and to think that I had a small part in that is pretty rewarding.
I feel happy, like when I get my customer, my client, my community member into their first home, the tears are real, the joys are real. Nothing compares to this.
There's a chance for everyone to become a home buyer, a home owner. It's the American dream, and that's what Webster's all about.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Hartford again, and we are going to ask you to please stand to attention for our national anthem. Is he? So who's out? If you get a hint, let me know. Yes, indeed, it's time to play football. Soccer, call it what you want tonight, but it's a beautiful night for playing. And as you can see, one of them has a very dark green jersey, and the other one has it's a kind of a light greenish yellow. That's Lansdowne. The home team are in the darker side, and it promises to be a very interesting game here. I mean, as Pat said earlier, the Yonkers team are doing very well. well organised, well coached, with some really nice players on it. Both teams lining up here to get their pictures taken. There is a wind blowing across the field, but I'm not sure it's going to. I'm not sure it's going to affect so much the game. It certainly might. It might, and it's hard to figure out which way it's blowing. It's actually blowing down the field by the looks of things. Lansdowne in the huddle over on the right hand side. It looks like they're going to be playing favoured with the wind here. Pat, what do you expect from them? Are they going to come out?
I think they're going to be playing their normal
gangbusters here?
press. I think they're going to be coming out flying. I think a lot of these guys have been doing a lot of extra fitness training. Of course, they got their day jobs to worry about, but they've definitely been putting in the extra work to prepare for this occasion. Fitness is going to be key. I don't know if they're going to be the type to try to hold the lead, but they're definitely going to try to work on some set pieces to see if they can get the early lead going.
Well, it'd be nice to get a lead. It'd be nice to be trying to sit on a lead. Beautiful stadium here. Has changed its name. It used to be Dillon Stadium when I played around these parts, and it's not Dillon Stadium any longer. It is now a Trinity Health, and I see a big ESPN Plus sign banner down there in the
Which
corner.
is funny because none of this is being broadcasted at any of those things.
Yeah, well, they want to get their say in. They're going to pretend they are anyhow. Okay, we're almost ready. Do you have the referee's name there by any chance? I don't know the man at all. Conor McLean is number 28 for Hartford. We'll give you the Lansdowne team as the net. Danzo, DeVivo, Dillon, Espinel, Ferrer, Queda, Speed, and Sanchez, and away we go. Home team first to touch it. Macaulay lets it slip away in midfield, but no pressure there. Colin McLean, Middle Village lad. Of course, his brother plays with the Philadelphia Union. His dad, a well-known coach. McLean coming out with it. You can hear the wind, I'm sure, on our mics here as the home team come attacking. This is the first attack down this side. Speed trying to cover it off for Lansdowne, but switched out wide. Merritt hits it, and it's gone out for a corner. It's a corner for Hartford. And it's going to be taken by Sapang.
It's the number 11.
Hear a bit of home fan support here, Pat.
Oh yeah. Well, Open Cup usually for MLS teams they average around 5 or 6,000. I think for the lower leagues such as USL Championship, they value these cups a lot more because it's their opportunity to shine. Of course, you know, in last year's final, the Sacramento Republic went to the final, upsetting several MLS teams in the process. So, you know, especially when Athletic haven't been winning this season so far. They haven't won since November, actually. This is, you know, the chance for the more diehard fans to try to see if they can get their first win in. But, of course, it's going to be a lot tougher than the casual fan would suspect, right, Tommy?
They were looking to get Sanchez in there, but the ball wasn't long enough for him, and here come Hartford on the attack. That swung down on the right-hand side. Kyle Edwards, he's faced up here. Good defending, well done. Danzo got a big boot out on Danzo. made sure that the ball didn't get across into the middle, but unfortunately they've given up another corner.
Looks like Cedeno taking the corner again.
Cedeno didn't have a great delivery on the last one. This time it comes into the middle. Oh, it's knocked down nicely. Danzo again, making sure there was no danger inside. That looked very dangerous for a moment. And here come Hartford again. They like to come down this right-hand side, but speed is there this time and he cuts it off. Knocks it into touch, giving up the throw. Kyle Merritt across into the middle. Referee hadn't said the play could resume. Robin Lappert across into the middle. Bill Mackley. I think I hear the Hartford Ultras. Hartford controlling the ball here. Lansdowne having a tough time getting a grip of it, as you might expect here in the early going. Say there across into the middle. Sapagno. He looks to be the man that they're going to use to make up all the plays. That time a nice effort by Edwards, but it was knocked down and foul, and there's a free kick for Lansdowne. Nolan was fouled.
Danzo was a little too excited to take that free kick. They're definitely looking to get an early goal here.
Well, they need to get up out of they need to get into the other half of the field. They've had a tough time doing it so far. Maybe speed can change that along. Does. Nice ball down along the wing.
Definitely key in driving it down the pitch in the last match. He was responsible for more than half the balls supplied into the box. They're going to really depend on him to make that breakthrough again.
Well, he's going to come under pressure because obviously you can see that's where Hartford have said, hey, that's going to be our link here. Nice ball dropped in behind the lines here. They're going over across for it. Over on the other side of the field, knocked into touch. A throw for the home side, right in front of their vocal fans over there. Sapagno get the ball across. Hartford still in control. Here to come down this side again, Luke Merritt. They keep looking to hit on this side. Sanchez and Speed are there, and Speed dumps it into touch. Hartford playing it square. Handball. Danzo helped the referee make that call, and it's a free kick for Lansdowne. And Neto coming out to take it. It's not quite You'll Never Walk Alone, but it is nice to hear some music.
Well, yeah, it's always good to have the atmosphere of a supporters group. I think the main supporters group for Lansdowne is the Little Kickers parents. It's hopefully down the road we'll get a nice set of drummers like those, right?
Yeah. Danzo with the ball across. Speed. He's really been in the game.
Well, it's no secret that they did their homework. You know, it's probably easier to watch a Lansdowne game than Hartford Athletic.
Here we go. Sanchez with an opportunity here. Does very well. He gets around the tackle. And Sanchez takes on Luke Merritt. Gets it across into the middle. It's going to drop down. Didn't fall for a Lansdowne player. Instead it's cleared out by Hartford. Referee has said that's a foul, and the home team going to get a free kick here.
Out of all the Lansdowne players, I think Sanchez is the most familiar with
Dillon Stadium, which is, of course, now called Trinity Health Stadium. He played for Elm City Express, which no longer exists in the NPSL. But I think for a short period of time, he played for Hartford City.
Well, again, speed is the man that has to come across on cover there. It seems like their bread and butter play has come to the right side all the time, Hartford, when they're coming forward. Oh, nicely done. Lansdowne, Sanchez uses his body well, and the referee said that's a foul. Good running off the ball there too by McAheel, which set him with a little bit of extra freedom. And Nolan,
I think it was for the push.
coming again. Matty Lynch drops it in. Speed has gone up the field. His touch is too heavy. And he puts it into touch. Looked like it was going to go over the byline for a goal kick, but it didn't. And here to come back down the field. Nicely done, but Danzo played it down. Home side still in possession. They're going to drop it in on the far side. They're looking for the man over there. Happenot doesn't get to it. The referee said he's offside, and there's a kick for Lansdowne. How do you like the way Lansdowne are going so well, Pat?
It's not so hot. I mean, I definitely think they're being dominated in terms of possession, but you know, that's always been the norm when they played the USL teams. They've always had to kind of compact themselves and get more organized in the defense. I think that's something that they expected from the beginning.
Well, the thing about a lot of these lads is that they all did a day's work today, so they have that behind them as well as the game in front of them. Speed controls it well, gets bundled over, and the referee said, "You can't do that, son. You can't do that. It's a free kick." And Luke Merritt was the man guilty of the foul. Speed, nice ball, dropped over the far side of the 18-yard box, cleared out into the middle, but Matty Lynch. Hartford coming out again. Happenot. Oh, nice tackle. Knocked it into touch. Ferrer with the clearance there. The throw is quickly taken. Hartford don't want to mess around here. They're in control of the game. Here to come. Guess which side they came down. Prince Sider, but the keeper's there. Takes it away. Said, "That's my ball." And that is the keeper. That's out to Matty Lynch. Matty Lynch feeding the twos, all the twos. Matty Lynch 22. Speed 2. Came across to him. Clear the far side. Ferrer. They've gone long this time. A little bit more direct. Lansdowne with little or no possession so far. I'd say the possession stats favour Hartford very, very heavily. So far the defence has done the job. The goalkeeper hasn't really had to come up big at any time yet. Dangerous looking ball inside. Here to come this one. And it slipped across into the middle, but nicely cleared out of there. It was a nice touch on the ball and it was cleared out. Corner kick for Hartford.
Takes the corner. Sanchez clears it out. McAheel booting it forward.
Well, any port in a storm. Once it's in there, you get it out of there. Back to the goalkeeper. He's had very few touches. No pressure at all coming from Lansdowne. Down on the side again.
Oh.
Oh, a nice shot, nice save. Goalkeeper
Good work from Clemente.
Goalkeeper did well. That's really the first shot on goal in anger. Well, Speed followed his man across into the middle, which leaves the man on the outside opened. That's Luke Merritt, and Danzo got one of those long legs out to come in very handy in situations like that, as he down and got his boot onto the ball and cleared it out. Lansdowne clear the lines again. Hartford being willed on by their local support here. Ball across into the middle. A touch on it there. De Vivo and Sanchez. Sanchez heading towards the 18-yard box, and the ball is knocked out over the byline for a corner kick. Sanchez can be a handful, Pat, when he gets the ball.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the fastest guy in the team. And actually, like I said before, he's the most familiar with Dillon Stadium. He played with Hartford City. I think currently he still trains at this ground sometimes.
Corner kick going to be taken here. Looks like Nolan up to take it. Lofted way across, all the way across, and goes out over the byline for a goal kick for Hartford. You would like to get better something out of a corner kick like that, Pat. Drop them in the middle, force the keeper into making a save. And it was actually Speed that took it, not Nolan. Hartford building from the back again. They're very slow, very patient. They must have a feeling that they can catch the Lansdowne out, but it hasn't happened so far. Lansdowne have been up to the occasion. Lansdowne playing basically with 3 men in the box. They're not taking them out of the box. They're staying in the box around the edge of the 18-yard box. So it'll take special efforts from them to get up the field to get a score. They'd be hoping just to get one so as they could perhaps sit on it. Looks like we got subs warming up already. Somebody's not happy with the way things are going. I'm sure Sean Kelly is quite happy with the way Lansdowne have done, and there's another one cleared out just every time it comes in. Mickey Heel sent it down the far side. It was sent further back down to the goalkeeper. Bill Rice is the keeper for Hartford. They have a flat back four too. They're coming up the field with the 4 flat. Now there's a danger situation. Oh, and a good save. Great save.
Oh, that was a great save by Clement.
Did very well. Cut the ball down, cut the angle down, and Clement made sure that that thing wasn't going to get by him. So he has been called into action. Sanchez complaining that he was fouled. The referee didn't say anything wrong with it. And now we have a throw for Lansdowne. Referee said that it's a throw for Lansdowne. The local team, Luke Merritt, doesn't believe it, but Speed's coming up to take it. Patrick,
it seems like they're doing a water break. Usually that's reserved for 85 degrees or more, but seems like they're just getting more relaxed with it. Remember, it used to only take place in Spain and South America. Now it just seems so lax that, they just kind of do it in every single competition now. Well, I'm not complaining. It gives me a chance to check on the folks tuning in. Looks like we have about 317 tuning in on YouTube. Let's see about Twitter.
Spread the word, folks. Spread the word. If you're at home, call your friends. Tell them Lansdowne boys are on. And you're right, Tab Ramos is down there dishing out orders to Hartford. Sean Kelly out there doing the same for Lansdowne. It's unusual to see a night like tonight with a water break. I'm not saying it's warm, it's not cold, it's just somewhere in between. It's actually an ideal night for playing.
Someone in the comments was suggesting that it might be due to Ramadan.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I can't really confirm that right now. I don't have the time to check, but if that's the case, I respect it.
Yeah, they're breaking the fast. I mean, they did it in England yesterday at the games too. To allow the players that were on the fast to
it's all about learning.
Get something. Yeah, you learn every day, and that's what it's all about. So it's not a water break. It's I would think it's a break to allow the Ramadan fasting players to get some nourishment. Kelly Edwards. See, we have educated people in our audience. They know what's going on. Merkley setting it down the far side. The last couple of attacks have come on that left-hand side. They had been on the right-hand side, and the flag is up. Offside. Lansdowne holding the position very well. Clement coming out to take the kick. And that one was played short and eventually knocked into touch for a throw for Lansdowne. Lansdowne pushing up a little bit, starting to push up a little bit, starting to become a little bit more adventurous.
I think it's not really adventurous. I think they're getting more comfortable with moving forward. Maybe they were afraid of being caught exposed. Maybe, they acknowledge that these guys are professional and can do nothing but train.
They've made a change. Sanchez has gone over on the right wing, and out here on the left wing is Vivo. So we'll see if that helps them get forward quicker, but they're under attack here now, in behind the lines, but that one's knocked out over the... It's the corner kick, the referee said. He's pointing towards the corner flag, so Hartford get themselves a corner. I'd say that's number 4. I didn't even think about keeping them, but... High into the box. Oh, and there was a free header there. Absolute free header there, but it came of nothing as the ball was headed wide. And a great opportunity there. But when you get those kind of opportunities, you better put them down. Robin Lappert got the opportunity there from the corner kick as we go on that short corner, or as we go on the short kick out again. Ball knocked into the middle. Can't give it away like that. You get yourself in big trouble if you do. And coming back, a good movement, good clearance out there. Matty Lynch eventually cleared it out, but the ball was given away very dangerously.
This could be the chance.
Here's the one. Oh, he left it behind him. You got to take the ball with you when you win. There's a shot. Oh, just gone
Just hit
to
the side netting.
Yeah, just into the side netting. Sanchez eventually did get up with that shot over on that far side. He has his change over there seems to be working. Here to come again, Lappert. Home side. constantly on the attack here. This man, Kyle Edwards, is quite a handful. Nicely blocked down. Speed got a boot to it. That's the way to do it. If you're a defender, make sure that ball doesn't get across and cause problems for your keeper. Throw is taken. We've got about 23 minutes in this game. We've had a couple of shots from Hartford, and we just had one from Lansdowne, but that's about all we have to report. Lansdowne slowly working their way into the game. They're starting to feel, I think you're right, they're starting to feel more at home, Pat.
You got to remember, too, Hartford's under a lot of pressure, too. They don't want to lose this match. Usually, this kind of happened last year with Rochester, New York FC. They were winless in their first 3 games, and they were very cautious when they were playing Lansdowne, and they only defeated them 1-0. So, while it looks like Hartford's attacking more, it looks like they're kind of holding back a little bit.
Sanchez sees the keeper off his line. He tries to drop it over his head, but instead he just dropped it over the bar. Great vision there by Sanchez, and he had the keeper out, he had the keeper beaten, he just couldn't get the soft enough touch on it. And Midlin is playing in the centre. They're switching mostly to 3 at the back, with Midlin in the centre and 2 men outside of him. Lappard outside one side, and here to come again, but it's nicely taken there by Matty Lynch. Back down it goes to Danzo. Danzo puts it into touch. Here's a shot coming and he puts it over the top. Looked like an open opportunity there for Hartford. And he balloons it over the top. No problem to Clement.
You know, at the same time, Clement really hasn't had to make any serious saves. It was just kind of...
Well, the one with the cutting in from the outside on the far side, that was the only decent one he's made.
Yeah.
But he's done everything it's required of him. But that's all you can ask from a goalkeeper, isn't it?
It's funny, when you look at the colors of Hartford, of course it pays homage to the Hartford Whalers, who played in the NHL just over 20 years ago. Actually, almost 30 years ago.
I'm glad they don't have any sticks. They were a hockey team.
Yeah, I know, but they all wear that same
the
green
same
and blue. And
yeah.
I actually had asked the Hartford fans if Pucky was going to be here. But
Yeah.
it turns out they adopted their own mascot. His name's Dylan, named after the stadium. It's kind of cute, but it seems like they still play Brass Bonanza when they can.
Yeah, I used to go to a lot of those Hartford games with my friend JP Delicamera, who had season tickets to the Hartford Whalers. A fun night.
Of course, this stadium was also the home of the old NASL team back in the 70s. It's cool to think that, I'll be totally fair, and I like to see soccer grow in the area. Oh, there's a shot.
Well, this shot coming again, an awful lot of left on it. No danger again to the keeper. That's a couple of opportunities now that they have just sprung forward. That was a merit again. I think I would have rather had left the name Dillon on it. Keep the Irish connection.
Dean Dillon?
Yeah, whatever. No, the stadium.
Oh, Dillon.
Yeah, it used to be Dillon Stadium in my day, I think. I think it was.
It only became Trinity Health Stadium, I think, in the last couple of years. Because
Yeah.
Hartford Athletic only formed in 2019, I think. I went to a game in 2019. I think it was still called Dean Dillon. Sorry, Dean Dillon. Dillon Stadium. I keep thinking of Dean Dillon all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Dillon Stadium in 2019, I think.
Well, right now, Hartford own the stadium and they own the ball the way things are going. It's been a tough task on the Lansdowne to get anything attack-minded going. Here to come now to defend again, and you can see they're dropping back. They're 6 across the line when they're defending. Yet another man on the back post, and there's the goal. There's the goal. There was enough of men on the back post. Kyle Edwards was the man who put the head onto it. He slipped in on that back post, and when he played the ball across, the ball ends up A bulge in the back of the old onion bag, and Hartford have struck first. Just when we were talking about them owning the ball and owning the stadium.
Well, it's funny to think that they do play brass bonanza when they score.
Well, now, Lansdowne's work is really cut out for them to get themselves not just into the game, now they've got to get themselves into the game down a goal. He's looked dangerous all night, Kyle Edwards. Here they come, long direct ball. Kyle Edwards got the head to it, and that was enough. He comes slipping in at the back post, and not but there were enough of Lansdowne players in the vicinity. It was just that nobody picked him up or nobody got in his way. Back to the keeper, Bill Rice. Lappert on the attack again. Number 7, Sider into the middle. A little bit too much on it. And that goal came about 28 minutes in. Nicely kept in play over there. Lansdowne still in possession. Referee doesn't see anything wrong with it. One 0 is the score here in this Open Cup match. Kyle Edwards after the ball again, gets it across in towards McGlynn, but it's taken by the home side as they come forward here. Luke Merritt. Oh, the shot comes off the crossbar and hit the goalkeeper in the back and was cleared out of there by the Lansdowne. Oh, a rocket of a shot. And sometimes the goalkeeper needs a little bit of luck, but the crossbar was his best friend, and he came down and it hit him in the back. I've seen so many of those go in for own goals, but here comes Sanchez. Sanchez up the other end of the field. Lansdowne quickly on the attack after that. Brilliant save, I'm going to say, by the goalkeeper, because he did eventually get to it, and it could have been anything. It could have gone anywhere. Once it hit the post and came back down off the keeper, you had visions of it ending up in the back of the net, but they got it cleared out of there, and it's still 1-0. McGlynn plays it out, sprays it around nicely. They're not going to be in any hurry now. They have the lead. So they're going to dictate the terms of the game and going to dictate the pace of the game. Playing it square. Couple of men in the box again. And that man that scored the goal is after it, but he can't keep it in. Kyle Edwards can't keep the ball in, and it's going to be a goal kick for Lansdowne. We're just over the half-hour mark, 31 minutes gone here in Hartford. It's the US Open Cup. I'm Tommy Smith. Pat Murphy is alongside me, and we hope that you're enjoying the game. Sanchez settling under it, doesn't get ahead to it. In fact, somebody got ahead to him, and the referee is going to have a chat because he needs some attention. Sanchez got knocked on the head. Lansdowne's got to get some more control in midfield. They're not having any control in midfield. Unless they do, they're not going to get anything out of this game. They've looked, Pat, like a couple of times when they went forward that there were opportunities. I mean, Sanchez has had one. There's been a couple of opportunities.
Well, in all fairness, the main guys in their midfield, it looks like they're being rested at the moment. Maybe the strategy is to see how much they can hold down the first half and then introduce these guys in the second half while they're fresh. Of course, remember, the big thing is fitness. These guys don't have the ability to train every single day, so maybe it's just a matter of pacing. Like I don't see McCann on the field right now, so or do.
Yeah, they are making changes. I'd like to see Espinal getting more of the ball in midfield. There, he does get a touch at it just like that. And here come Lansdowne back in possession. Speed. Referee said he wasn't fouled. And the home side slipping in at the back. Oh, nicely done. But there, oh! He put it over the top. That man, Kyle Edwards, seems to be in the right place every time the ball drops down. Clement came out to play that ball, and it ended up being knocked up over the top. The net was empty, but Edwards couldn't find it this time, and it's still 1-0. Great opportunity, Pat. Clement with the kick out. Goal kick. Driven way down the field. That'll help the cause in terms of attacking, but they don't get possession of it. As the home side, Hartford do get possession of it, but comes back on the side of Lansdowne. Danzo with it. Speed. Back to Speed. Spinell out to Speed, and the ball is out into touch, and it's a throw in for Lansdowne. Kyle Edwards. Looks like a Lansdowne throw, and it is a Lansdowne throw. It looks like we have a full harvest moon up. It's a wee bit early for a harvest moon, but a beautiful night here in Hartford. And it's beautiful as far as the home team is concerned, because that man on the ball now, although he committed a foul, number 17, Kyle Edwards, has given them the lone goal in this game, and that's the difference so far. And we're gone 34 and a half minutes. Lansdowne coming back across the field, keeping the ball wide. Looking for some joy now to come back into the middle. Comes all the way across the Speed. Starting to control the ball in midfield. This is what they need to do if they're going to get anything out of the game. They've got to get control of that ball in midfield, and they've got to pull Hartford out. Trying to get the ball in behind the lines there, but the left full back cuts it off nicely. Ball cleared over this side of the field. Speed read it well, but unfortunately got a head to it and knocked it out to touch. In behind now. It's up to Danzo now to make sure that this man doesn't get by him. A couple of nice nifty moves, but Danzo played him well. Good defending there, but it still comes back. The home side still in possession. Here's a shot coming, partially blocked down, and the keeper makes sure that the corner kick is not given up there. But nicely set up, but Danzo played his man there. I mean, the footwork looked like he went to Fred Astaire's school of dancing, or teaching them to dance, because he was dancing with the ball. Danzo wasn't falling for any of it, Pat. Sanchez. Oh, he doesn't get the touch on it. Doesn't take it down. McLean. Calm, cool and collected back there. Ball slipped into the middle. Lansdowne in possession. Danzo. Ferrer. Throw in for Lansdowne. .37 minutes on the clock. Kyle Edwards again, into the middle it comes. Prince Sider Nice move there. Beautiful move inside. Edwards again. Oh, brilliant save. Absolutely brilliant save by the keeper. I mean, it looked like Kyle Edwards. I mean, he is quite a handful. But the keeper denied him there. Absolute brilliant save for Lansdowne. Clement coming out and he denied him, and then the ball was driven up over the top. Clement will take this goal kick. Deservedly so. There's a nice ball headed on. Sanchez is going after it. But the keeper is there. The keeper read it well. Put the fire out before the fire got going, and Sanchez couldn't get onto the end of it. But it was a nice effort, a nice way to show how you can actually get in there and put pressure on them. Lansdowne moving the ball around here. Get a couple of touches on it. They're going a little bit more direct than they have been going. Sanchez again. Into the middle. Speed. Takes on his man. Nice move inside. Needed a better ball across. Clear out of there. Eli Amo. Well, that defense is standing tall. They give up one goal, but they have been under a lot of pressure and they have done very well. Another corner kick for Hartford. Almost 39 minutes gone in the game. In swinger, in on top of the keeper. Clement knocked it down. The referee said he was fouled, and there's going to be a relieving free kick for Lansdowne on their 6-yard box. Will there be changes made, Pat, in this one, do you think?
I definitely think there'll be changes made at halftime, because I'm still seeing not a lot of the starters on the field right now. I think it's a pacing game. They're trying to see how much they can hold it down.
Well, so far they've held it down to 1-0. You can't do much better than that except keep it at 0-0.
I know.
And they had a couple of half chances themselves. Lansdowne's had a couple of half chances. And now there's a couple of players down injured in midfield. Okay, we have a couple of players injured, 2 of them.
Oh, look, there's Jim Hughes. He's Lansdowne's trainer. Now, usually the home team provide their own trainer, and it's supposed to be the trainer for both teams, but it looks like Lansdowne brought their usual home guy. He is based out of Axiom Physical Therapy right on McLean Avenue. It's kind of cool that he, I don't think he ever imagined he'd be in a USL Championship level stadium training guys on the field. That's kind of cool. So I want to congratulate Jim for this milestone. Also want to shout out Kevin Stoke. I know I planned on doing that sometime earlier in the match, but I know he wanted to come watch the match, and of course not. So hopefully, Kevin, if you're watching, I'll just give you that nice shout out.
Kevin, they'd be happier if they got a goal. We end up at 1 apiece. If we end up at 1 apiece, we keep playing until somebody gets a winner.
Yeah, right. What was it? I think wasn't there a time in the late 70s where, like, if they went to extra time, they didn't really stop until I think there was one match that went to 180 minutes, and guy collapsed from too many cramps. Well,
it used to be in the old days of the FA Cup, it was always a replay. That was what the smaller teams loved. They loved to get a replay against one of the bigger teams and get a big gate out of it at home. Cup competitions are so unique, you just get really one shot at it, and if you don't do it on the night, that's it. "42 minutes gone, 1-0 for Hartford over Lansdowne. Hartford in control. And one of the injured players goes back on again, Macaulay. There hasn't been a whole lot of attack in this game. Here's a chance coming now, but Danzo's there and he said, "Thou shalt not pass." Hartford coming on the attack again, but once again the Lansdowne boys stand tall. That to me looks like a free kick, and the referee agrees with me. A kick for Lansdowne. Nolan is the man that got knocked down. So fast approaching half time here in Hartford. The wind is starting to kick up a little bit. The temperature is going down a little bit, and the score is 1-0. The home side leading. Control of the game, control of the ball, and control of the score. Nice play there to knock that one out and out into the middle of the field. Speed here on this side. Danzo offering support. Danzo puts a boot to it, looking down the far side.
That's a good build-up.
Yeah, this could be dangerous here. There's a couple of men in the middle. He decides to go low. He's looking for that man again. And this... Oh! How close.
That was a rocket.
Yeah, that man is causing all kinds of problems. Number 17. Another corner. Outswinger this time. Headed back in towards the goal. Headed on again. Oh, an attempted bicycle kick there. Cleared out. Matty Lynch. 5 minutes of stoppage time. 5 minutes. So the fans are getting the money's worth here in the first half anyhow. They got 5 extra minutes.
Too bad they're not doing that World Cup style stoppage time where they're going 12-15 minutes at any period.
I think that was seen in the World Cup and hasn't really been seen since. Somebody put it in a drawer someplace and put it away. Hartford. Look like a tidy side. They move the ball around well. When they want to go direct, they can. They like to keep the ball wide. Here it comes back across into the middle. Oh, nicely taken. Again, Edwards was inside, but again, Clement got there first, and this ball is knocked down nicely back to the keeper. No problem for Bill Rice, the Hartford keeper. Hartford in possession. Speed makes sure it's not going anywhere. He's been a busy man out there at left full back. The first inclination is to switch it across field, Hartford, the way they play it. They keep it so wide. Here comes across into the middle. Oh, and it took a deflection. The keeper was down. He had committed himself. It took a deflection, and it went up over the bar. It took a deflection off a defender. So the Lansdowne defense doing their job, making sure it doesn't get in the net. They're going to have to do it again here, but this time they're helped out, and the keeper got hit. The keeper got hit. He's down. Looks like he's okay. Goal kick here. We're in stoppage time. There's said to be 5 minutes stoppage time, but the clock doesn't count after 45. And here comes Lansdowne, but the referee said that was an illegal little push. Looks like Paul McVeigh was the man who did the little bit of a push there. Thought he might get away with it. Free kick for the home side. Medlin and they have a great understanding here. Medlin and Lappert on the right. There it is, walking again. Lappert gets it back to him. McGinn likes to spray that ball around. This time he decides he's going forward. Nice ball dropped in behind the lines. Is there a flag? No, there's no flag. And comes off the post. Absolutely. Keeper beaten, all ends up, and the ball comes off the post, and the keeper gets it this time. The Lansdowne are living dangerously. That one looked like it was going to nestle in the corner of the net, but instead it hit the post, not for the first time. 2 or 3 times tonight that post has been hit, and that was a rocket of a shot. It had goal written all over it, but the goalkeeper's best friend was there. Luke Barrett, I believe, was the man that took that shot, and here they come again. They're coming in waves. And again, the ball is deflected. Danzo got a touch onto it, but he helped his keeper. Out the far side, Lansdowne trying to go direct, trying to go the long route, down along the far side. Needs support in the middle. Have to wait for it. It's holding up, and the support doesn't come, and the ball doesn't come across anyhow, because it's Sanyayo, and the goalkeeper comes out. Oh, he put a foot to it. He wanted to play it himself. He read that a long way out and did very well to be 10 yards outside of his box and play with his boot. He's been a busy man in there with all kinds of saves to make. Matty Lynch. Referee said it's half time. And the end of the first half, it's 1-0 in favour of Hartford here in this US Open Cup game. Lansdowne struggling to get into the game, had a couple of half opportunities. The referee has made everything go so well for them. The goalkeeper has done so well for Lansdowne tonight. Some great opportunities, but he kept them. He kept them out, and that's what all it takes. So we're going to step aside, I think, at the moment. Yeah, something like that.
Life has its moments when you're forced to face future challenges.
We were getting larger and larger jobs. Something had to change quickly.
Moments when managing a crisis transforms into creating possibilities.
I needed to double my space, and this came available.
Moments when growing bigger means thinking bigger.
I'll tell anybody that in business, one of the biggest challenges is cash flow.
See the full stories at webstermoments.com.
The main thing we do is to help people who are looking to buy a home for the first time.
For a lot of these clients that I work with, this is their first home. This is their life savings. So to be part of that, I think that's an amazing feeling. That's why I do this.
This is my father, Bill Tejada. He was a fireman in the city of Hartford for almost 30 years. He was a class of the first Spanish-speaking fireman in Hartford. So he was kind of a pioneer. He reached out to the community. He made relationships, kind of like what I do now. Same thing, right? Building relationships, building trust, and giving opportunities for, again, better quality of life for people.
It made a huge difference in my life to finally, at the age of 14, get my own room. So, you know, I know what that's like, and I know what that can do for a family.
To see the feeling of accomplishment these people have really is kind of an overwhelming thing, and to think that I had a small part in that is pretty rewarding.
I feel happy, you know, like when I get my customer, my client, my community member into their first home, the tears are real, the joys are real. Nothing compares to this.
There's a chance for everyone to become a home buyer, a home owner. It's the American dream, and that's what Webster's all about.
Okay, folks, you're welcome back indeed to Hartford here, and you can see Lansdowne in their huddle out there. That number 24 there, Paul McVeigh, is back facing you, and that's Julio Espinal with number 8. We'll go round these, and 25 is Edward Mullins. He's come on at half time.
No, 25, Shamir Mullins.
Shamir Mullen, yeah. He came on at half time, didn't he?
Yep. Well, he came later in the match against Hartford City, and he was kind of the difference maker. He brings the experience from EFL League 2. He's got the ball control, and he's still in his 20s, so he's still got a lot of fitness left in him. And he actually tried out for Hartford 2 years ago.
And he can score goals.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. It's the start of the second half. There's 45 minutes between Hartford and moving on to the next round of the US Open Cup. The same applies to the Lansdowne. There's 45 minutes in which they can get themselves a victory, but first of all, they need to get a goal to tie this one up, as McVeigh is the first man to get the ball. Paul, the ball is cleared out into touch there. Shamir Mullins out there. Jack Mulhaire's gone just when I found out who he was.
Just your luck, right?
Who replaced him?
Shamir Mullins. So it looks like they're adding a little more firepower. Maybe what I was projecting in the first half was correct. They probably were just trying to pace themselves. Now it looks like they're bringing out the guns. I mean, they really have nothing else to lose.
Well, it's all on the line now because they are down 1-0 and we are into the second half. So they need to pull something out here. They had a couple of half opportunities in the first half. And the goalkeeper definitely helped them out. The Lansdowne keeper made a couple of saves, and they got a couple of breaks as well. You know, you got to be honest. They hit the post with a couple of shots as well. Hartford did.
Yeah, no, they were definitely lucky to find Clement Ane. He was only recruited just midway through the season. They normally have the talents of Cabo Danzo. But Cabo's just been battling with a lot of injuries, so he hasn't been able to make it. But for much of Lansdowne's success over the last decade, all of those trophies were won with Cabo Danzo. It was tough to replace him in the first half of the season, but I think Lansdowne are very lucky to have Clement Ane.
Yeah, well, he's done the job so far tonight anyhow, Pat. I mean, he gave up one, but he definitely wasn't at fault. I mean, and there were a couple of players in the box that perhaps could have cleared it out of there, but nobody got a head to it. And as it was, Kyle Edwards got the head to it, and it was enough to give Hartford the lead, and the hold that lead now. We're a couple of minutes into the second half here. We have a Lansdowne player down injured.
Yeah, it looks like Bala Danzo took a little bit of a hit, but, he's always been a trooper.
Yeah, you don't want to lose Danzo. I mean, you don't want to lose Danzo. He's the brother of the goalkeeper we were just talking about.
Yeah, and actually, it's, another fun fact, he's the brother of another Danzo that used to play for the Portland Timbers.
There you go. There's Danzos all over the place.
Well, I think that's the only three I know.
And Danzo drops this one down. Lansdowne in control, trying to get it in behind, which really they haven't. A couple of shots they had came from outside. Hartford slow and content to take it out, leading 1-0 here. They've done enough to put themselves in the next round if they deny scoring opportunities to Lansdowne, or definitely a goal would look very good on the score sheet for Lansdowne right now.
On the other hand, I don't think, with the exception of the first game of the season, I don't think Hartford have actually scored more than one goal a game. I think they opened the season on a 5-3 loss, but every other game they played was only either they didn't score at all, or they just scored one goal, and I think one in a draw and one in a loss. So.
Well, that might be something to spur on Lansdowne. Yeah, they need to get a grip of the ball. They need a little bit more in midfield. They just haven't had much in midfield. This is dangerous, but it's nicely cut out there nicely by Farrar. It looked like it was going to get in behind the lines, but it didn't.
Looks like Mullings is using his body as a way to kind of pivot everybody around. He kind of did that in the last game against Hartford City. It allowed a lot of players to find space, and get a further build in the final attacking third.
Oh, McVeigh did well. Paul McVeigh did well to get that ball. He got it inside. And Lansdowne still in control as the ball goes across the field. Nolan swings it out onto the wing. Sanchez is over there. It's coming back across into the middle. Danzo. Ferrer. Sanchez going to take on his man. Here's the ball, squared across into the middle. The big man rises for it, doesn't get the header to it. Well defended by the home side here, but the clearance comes to Lansdowne. Lansdowne starting to work their way into this game in the second half, and that ball goes across.
Yeah, I definitely think that Lansdowne finally found their footing on what they want to do, and it looks like they're getting better opportunities. Like right now, here's Espinal.
Ah, lovely
that's
ball
a good
inside.
ball.
Sanchez didn't control it. Needed better control on the ball there. Really well worked by Espinal. Here to come again. Here's the shot. Way outside.
I think this is an appropriate time to say, and in the insurance city of America, it's Hartford are going to really want to find an insurance goal because Lansdowne starting to really pummel at their defense right now.
They've got to be careful here as they come back on defense. You don't want to get caught pushing everybody forward. Oh, nice tackle there. Keeping that one out. That should be a yellow card, I'd imagine. Yeah, that's a yellow card, all right. I'm a long way away, but I could even see that was a yellow card. Referee putting the name in the book. Lansdowne starting to, Sedano got the yellow card. I think the man said it was the 51st minute. It was. Here come the Lansdowne again. Playing a square across in the midfield. They're getting possession now and they're holding on to the possession. Question is, can they work something out of it? Danzo feeds it across the back line. Ferrer. Out it comes to Paul McVeigh. McVeigh, just a nice little cut inside. He's got back to it. The referee has said that's an illegal play.
I've been so focused on the camera, I didn't really get a chance to look at the crowd here. It's a pretty good crowd here for an Open Cup game, would you say?
There is, yes. It's a very good crowd and a very vocal crowd too. That's concussion protocol. He's been called on because he got hit in the head with the ball. It is starting to look a little better for Lansdowne. Mullings in, big man, if they can get the ball into him. Wouldn't be surprised if they start playing it in the air to him.
So someone's asking how many fans does it look like there's out here. To be honest with you, it probably looks about 1,000 or 2,000. I mean, it's cool that they have the other side open. I think the other side's general admission. They didn't charge an arm and a leg to come here. I think the lowest tickets were at $16. And then they were doing the $4 beers, so they were giving some incentive to fans to come out. But yeah, usually the norm is not really as high of attendance in the Open Cup. It's something that has always been a bit of a shame. But it's great to see the turnout here from Hartford.
Sanchez walking his way, taking on his man. Oh, great ball into the middle.
Oh,
great ball into the middle, but nothing came of it. Hartford player there to clear it out. That's what I suspected they might do. Go for that aerial route, get the big man in the middle, feed him the ball. And that one, a referee's going to have a chat. He's not. I don't think he's going to produce the card. No, he didn't produce the card. He just he said to Nolan, "Don't do that again."
Now, Nolan's the type that throughout much of the season has been a bit of a magic man in a box-to-box midfield. He's been dribbling through a lot of his opposition, not so much today, but maybe he could turn on the Jets soon for that. It's Mickey Heel, incomplete pass.
That was just one of those passes that goes astray down the middle. In the second half, I haven't counted any attack from Hartford yet, and we're 54 minutes in. Maybe I spoke too soon. Here to come on the far side of the field. This ball is dropped inside. Danzo is there, and the referee is giving a corner kick. Corner kick to Hartford. They've had a lot of them tonight, but it's still 1-0 on the scoreboard. 55 minutes gone in the game. 10 minutes into the second half here, and so far the second half has looked very promising for Lansdowne. The problem is, can you turn promise into something that there's a reward for, and that's what they need. They need a goal to reward themselves, to get themselves back into this game. Right now they have to defend. Ball square inside.
Good clearance from Danzo.
You're never going to beat Danzo in the air at that stage. Hartford moving the ball around again. They're starting to go from line to line. This one's blocked down, and it'll be a throw.
Good block by DeVivo.
DeVivo blocked that one down. Again, Hartford in control of the midfield. Oh, nice stop. Speed does very well. Turns on his man, took the ball away, and came out with it. Good defending. He's had a busy night over there. They have decided that they're going to have a go at getting by him, and so far they haven't done much. He's done a great job. Again, they're starting to control the ball a little bit as it's come out of the back. Ferrer with the ball now. Espanyol. Oh, it's blocked down, but it comes back to him. McVeigh. Again, dropped into the middle, but not enough of height on it. It's not getting past the first defender. You've got to get it past the first defender if you're going to be dropping it in there. If your man's behind the defender, otherwise you're not getting any joy. Hartford slowing it down a bit, wanting to make sure that Muckley finds a man out on the far side. Again, Speed is in there. Speed gets a piece this time, and Speed gets a card for his piece. .57-minute yellow card for Edward Speed, as you heard from our PA announcer. And I've been falsely identifying number 24 as McVeigh. It's, of course, Mickey Heel. And there he is going after the ball again, just like on cue. Will he be fit to stop his man here? Stop this attack. Cross into the middle, and yes, now Lansdowne are in business. Can they work something out? Sanchez on the far side, but again, the ball just a little too short. Pass not the right way to get it right onto Sanchez running in behind his man. Nevertheless, it's a good effort. You get a couple of them in, and eventually you get one that's going to land where you want it. They've done a good job at clearing the ball out, and they have done what I've said they needed to do. They're starting to get more possession in midfield, and this time the possession results in a free kick. Mickey Heel inside, but the big man doesn't get to it. Wallace doesn't get to it. Hartford in possession. It's almost like they're running to the beat of those drums.
Yeah, it does. If only they could make that an official standard for every team in the United States to have those drum sets with a nice supporters group. It's just great to have those. It was actually kind of cool to see even the Hartford City NPSL team. They had a recognized ISC supporters group, and then I had a chat with the Hartford Hammers on the side. I think some of them are actually in attendance tonight. So shout out to those guys. It was cool to meet you.
Here come Hartford on the attack. Nobody running through, and it becomes easy for the goalkeeper.
He just wants to get a quick breather in there. Get Lansdowne to find their shape.
Well, the second half has certainly looked better for them without giving them what they need, without giving them the goal. Sanchez tries to play the ball into the middle. It's easily played off, and here come Hartford. The ball is headed back in. Nicely done. Ferrer with the headed pass back.
Oh, nice from Espinal.
Espinal gets it through to the big man. Here he comes now.
Samir Mullings. Even I'm mess it up.
He needed to get in behind his man. Good defending there to keep him out. Espinal again. Danzo. Too short. That's one of the things that has happened all night, is those balls have been just a little bit short. Oh, this is a foot race here. Danzo is going to be caught out, is he? There's the keeper.
It's a side netting.
And it's in the side netting. A lot of fans on this side and our angle made it look like it was in the back of the net, but it wasn't. It was in the side netting, and it was a case of a foot race being won there, but the shot wasn't on target. And here come Lansdowne again. 4 of them across midfield here, and they've got 3 out front.
I think one of the shortcomings to Lansdowne is that they're really not used to the massive width of the field. Usually in the amateur level, a lot of the fields are a lot more narrow and, quite frankly, geared more towards the college and the high school level. So it's a lot of work to try, maybe the calculated passes that they go to switch on the field would have been great on any other pitch, but it's coming short on Dillon Stadium here.
Well, that one there went easily into the hands of Bill Rice, the Hartford keeper. That's a throw for, the referee said it's a free kick, I believe. I don't think it's a throw, because if it's a throw, it should be going the other way.
Someone's asking what kind of accent do you have there? So Tommy's from Louth, right?
What?
No, someone actually wrote in the comments, he's like, what kind of accent is that? I think that's a Louth accent, right? You're from Louth?
Yeah, it's a County Louth accent. It's a Knockbridge accent if you really want to know the truth. That's the name of the parish in Louth that I come from. I hope you're enjoying it. Wasn't complaining, was it?
No. He thought it was cool. A lot of people are really digging the commentary, for lack of a better word. Oh, that's a nice ball control there, but good clearance. Mullings.
Okay, here they come.
Offloading it to...
This is a chance.
He's setting them up. Not fast enough, but actually, I don't think they expected him to come that quickly to pressure him. Look at that. Oh, but he's frustrated.
I hear they come again, coming out of their own back line. Happenot down along the left wing. Drives on his man. Comes off Julio Espinal. And it's a corner kick for Hartford. Something that they've had so many of tonight. Danny Bahera coming on as a sub for Hartford right now.
Barrera. I'm just joking around now. No, but has anyone ever watched King of the Hill when Peggy would go with the R's? Barrera. No, Barrera.
Bill Rice will take the goal kick. Here at Trinity Heath of New England, it's Hartford 1, Lansdowne 0, 64 minutes gone in this US Open Cup game. And the man who scored the goal, Kyle Edwards, has been replaced here in the 64th minute.
I'm wondering if the
Barrera.
so at least it wasn't just me. He's got the Peggy Hill sound.
Lansdowne in possession. They don't care what he has. If they can keep the ball and they can get it in.
Oh, finally, a good ball there. There you go.
Sanchez. What can he do with it? Feeds it back across the middle. Here it comes. High in the air. But again, the defender is there to take it away. But Lansdowne force a corner kick here.
Look, that's I don't know. They're definitely getting a lot more threatening right now. We could see a slight change in fortunes here.
They have two big men in the middle now, not just one. So it's a case of where to space them. The Mullings and to have Danzo. Where's the delivery going to be? That's the question. In the mixer. Referee.
What's he calling there?
Referee seen something he didn't like. I'm not sure. He's going to have a chat with somebody. He's going to have a chat with two of them. Well, I think they were both pushing. It was 6 of one and a half dozen of the other.
Julio Espinal take this corner.
Well, it's right into the mixer. It comes across.
Here's
the
the
shot
rebound.
is taken and it's over the top. It's over the top.
Into the beer garden.
That was an opportunity. One of the few that Lansdowne have had to take at goal. And the shot coming from Nolan there. I think it was on his weaker foot. He was he was fighting it. It kept bouncing up on him. In fact, they're asking for a substitute here. One of the Lansdowne players the referee has sent him off, or he's gone off himself.
Yeah,
he's coming around the field.
That's for rare. I wonder if that's from. I don't think he was sent off. No, you would have heard something. No, he's dealing with a knock. I could see Jim looking at his. He's giving him a quick massage on his calf.
Lansdowne are down to 10 men. As he's going to be attended to, it looks like he'll go back on all right. But here come Hartford on the move again.
That's a nice cut. Oh,
ball
a nice
inside
floater there. Oh, good setup. Man, the crossbar has really been.
That was just impossible.
This is
it
like
was
watching.
Impossible to miss.
It's like watching the Red Bulls in the 2008 MLS Cup playoffs. It's like I think the crossbar made more saves than what's his name? Danny Saparo did that year.
Again, it stayed out of the net, and that's all that the Lansdownes are concerned with.
They're very much in this game, and I think the momentum is shifting just a slight bit for them. It's just a matter of can they capitalize on their gains. Actually, it's funny that you mentioned McVeigh because it looks like he was preparing to come onto the pitch earlier. He's sitting back down though.
Hartford still in possession, square the ball across. Enough of defenders there to take it away and just clear it anyhow.
Very compact.
Luke Merritt. Here come Hartford again. Walking it in from the right-hand side. No way past. Referee points towards the corner flag. It's a corner kick.
And Speed took a little bit of a knock, but he's fine. Barrera's preparing for the corner.
Well, when you consider all the chances and the possession that Hartford has had, Lansdowne are doing well to be just one kick of the ball between them still. Here's a ball inside, dangerous looking ball inside. It's cut through, it's chipped in towards the goal, and it's chipped out over the line, and it's going to be a goal kick for Lansdowne. Danger averted. Lansdowne starting to put a little bit of pace into this thing. They realise that, hey, it's starting to get late early. 69 minutes gone. The keeper comes out. Bill Rice directing traffic. McLean. McLean is going to get a bit of pressure. He hasn't had any pressure all night. Now that Mullins is on, he'll certainly have some pressure from the big man. At least that's what Lansdowne would be hoping for.
Hartford trying to really pick the lock of the Lansdowne defense right now. It's not all firing away at the goal like it was before. It looks like they kind of have to really play their way in there now.
Well, when you have a 1-0 lead, you can dictate the terms as to how fast or how slow you want to go. And they've decided to go pretty slow. Every time they do get a chance to break in on either the right side or on the left side, they're none of coming down the middle. This shot,
good block from Mickey Heel.
Mickey Heel makes sure that it doesn't get across into the middle. But still, Hartford still in possession. Playing the ball around, getting lovely touches on the ball. They're not afraid to move the ball. They're not afraid to play the ball. Good possession. They're going to try to run that man in on the corner, and he is in behind the lines. Was he offside?
No, he's onside.
He's onside. This is a dangerous ball. Oh!
There must be a handball there. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty.
That's a penalty kick. I mean, I know it's protection. Danzo protected himself. Didn't want to take the ball full belt on the face. And obviously the referee said, hey, I feel sorry for you, but you're getting a yellow card. He didn't give him a red card. Could have been a red card for denying a goal-scoring opportunity, I would imagine, as well. But he's just given him a yellow card.
Well,
which is the sensible thing to do.
Well, it was discussed at I think a referees convention just a couple years ago that they decided that they're just going to give the handball call for any sort of handballs, whether it was intentional or not. It's because they're leaving it to referees' discretion. Am I wrong? I don't know. It just seems like if you leave it to referees' discretion, you just kind of run into too many gray areas. But
yeah, we don't have VAR here, so it has to be the referee. Here it is now. This could be the clincher.
The insurance goal of some sort.
And he beats him. 2-0. Well, all the hard work in the second half for Lansdowne comes to naught as that dangerous attack was blocked down. Self-protection, and the penalty was stuck on the back of the net. And now on the 73rd minute, it is 2-0. I was going to say for the men in green, if you were saying the men in green, you think it was the Lansdowne, but it's Hartford are in the green here. The home team are in the dark green tonight, and they're making a couple of substitutes at this stage. Probably going to try to just lock this thing away now. They've got a little over 15 minutes or whatever time they add in. Handshakes all around.
Yeah, they're really whipping out the subs now.
Robin Lappert just went off.
Shout out to Amanda Friedman, who's watching the match and tagged me in her story. Yeah, that's our trainer, Jim Hughes. It's becoming really trendy to wear that hat in the neighborhood now, and I feel like I'm the only guy left out on it. I mean, I looked at the last St. Patrick's Day committee meeting out in Yonkers. Everyone's wearing those hats now. I feel left out. It's like the new Converse sneakers.
We'll have to get you one under your new contract. Can Lansdowne come back here now? Their job is doubly difficult now. Here's the ball across into the middle. Oh! A brilliant header there from Mullings, but it come back off the crossbar.
From Mullings.
Great header from Mullings. It comes back off the crossbar. A powerful header. That was what I'm talking about. Play that ball in the air to him and give him a chance. The keeper's going to have to come out a long way for this one.
Good work from Clement.
Beats his man to the spot. That was the key, and didn't handle the ball because he was well outside of the box. So he did very well there. Presence of mind to make sure he doesn't commit a costly error. 2-0 with 15 minutes left in regulation time here in Hartford in this Open Cup game. And Hartford are the leaders over Lansdowne.
Just about 15 minutes left at this round 2 matchup. If the result holds, of course, it ends in the 90. If somehow Lansdowne were to come back and bring it level at the end of 90 minutes, we'll have 2 periods of 15-minute extra time halves. But it's looking pretty unlikely right now.
Well, never say never. As a shot.
Oh, they brought in Pat McCann. I was talking about him all game. He's another game changer. He actually played in the USL only 5 years ago. He was on the Richmond Kickers. He was a trialist on Red Bulls too. Of course, he never saw the field against Hartford Athletic. I think he was already on Lansdowne by then.
So McCann is on.
He could be the man that could change the game, but it's a tall order right now. Make a heel. Looks like Ogunwale's on the pitch as well.
The subs are being liberally dispensed here.
Well, that's the other thing that kind of became a byproduct of the pandemic, is there's so many substitutions allowed in these matches. It's now 3 windows really than just 3 subs, and it's like, it's hard to really keep track.
Well, here comes Hartford on the attack again. They're well in control of the game now as we are down under the 15-minute mark, 77 minutes gone. Ball inside, nice. Good attacking move right across the face of goal. There's nobody there. It goes all the way through. Hartford still in control of the ball. Nice move, getting around his man there. Takes a shot, but Clement makes sure that doesn't go anywhere. Thumps it down. Back into the middle. Time now for Lansdowne to break out of there.
Here's Ogunwale. Make a heel. Cutting back. McCann. Nolan. Nolan again, that's good. Espinal. Lansdowne taking shape in the attack. Sending it out wide. DeVivo, the goal scorer in the last round. McCann. Espinal. Despite being 2 goals down, Lansdowne's very patient.
Patience is only good when you're playing cards. You need to attack now. You need 2 goals. You have 12 minutes left.
The key word now is trust the process. I mean, that's what has led to Arsenal being on top of the EPL right now, right? though.
I think there's a little more to it than that, Pat. Just a little. I would like to see Sack out there.
Can you imagine? Well, I wouldn't put it past Lansdowne to find their way into it.
Bill Rice with the ball. Downfield. Lansdowne with a lot of possession here. Cut back into the middle, but Hartford nicely taken. He couldn't get the ball across. A great clearance there from the defender. Knocked it behind for a corner kick, but at least they're getting the corner kick. But swift reaction by the defender.
And a pretty good productive play there from Pat McCann to create the corner. They're going to have to depend on height to get at least a consolation goal here. Ogunwale trying to get it through traffic.
And that one goes wide.
I think it was a deflection off ahead, so it's another Lansdowne corner, I believe. Yes.
Well, there's still 10 minutes left. I mean, forget about consolation. You get one, you can get two.
Or three.
Benzema scored a hat-trick for Real Madrid the other day in 7 minutes. Here's the corner kick. Oh.
No
swing
no
and a
control
miss.
there. Don't even try to play with that stuff in a match like this.
Speed really flashed that corner kick across.
It's on the aerial battle. They got their numbers. Threads that one through. He's open. And it's the third goal.
Eli Omar put it away. He's the man that took the penalty kick, and he put it in the net, and now he makes it 3 goals for Hartford. Really well played down the field, and he was the overlapping man. It was very simple, good understanding there by Hartford to let the ball go through to him, and he gave the keeper no chance.
So at this point, it looks like it's very much in control for Hartford Athletic. It's also not to say that Lansdowne haven't been playing well. Most people, when they think of an amateur team playing professionals, they think it would be a blowout. This is not really so much. 2 outfield goals, to be fair. Sure, a lot of crossbar.
Well, I think the Lansdowne made a good account of themselves. As you said, they are guys who work every day and don't have time in their life to train every day like the professionals do. So when you come up against a professional team, just the conditioning alone can be enough to beat you, but that hasn't happened tonight. I mean, Lansdowne were in this game onto the penalty kick. I mean, 1-0, you're very much in the game. And they had started to get themselves, they were growing into the game a little bit and getting a lot more possession. But unfortunately, the one real good header they had from Mulligan came off the crossbar instead of being in the back of the net. And that's what changes these games. And I know Hartford will say, yeah, we had a lot of balls that hit the crossbar in the first half too. But that's the way it goes. But if you don't get them in, they're just good to talk about. Lansdowne coming back on the attack down the far side of the field. Still in control. Here's a nice ball swung in. Nobody there to attack the ball. And it just bounces over the byline, and it's a goal kick. Bill Rice will take the kick.
In all fairness, Lansdowne completely dominated Hartford City. It's when you couldn't have a Hartford derby 2 years in a row. There's something wrong with the common denominator here. So I can't really got to give more credit to Lansdowne. It's they fully own their way here. This is their 6th game in Open Cup this year. They had to go through 4 games to qualify. Plus, the Merritt Parkway Derby, to have it 2 times in a row was definitely a lot cooler, despite all the traffic.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I think it took both of us an extra hour to get here.
At least. Hartford controlling the game now. Very comfortable lead here, 3-0 over Lansdowne in this Open Cup game. Lansdowne coming on the attack, but the defender does his job and keeps the ball away, and here come Hartford streaming down the far side of the field. Oh! Pretty tough tackle there. Less than 5 minutes left in the game, depending, of course, on how much the referee's going to add on. He added on 5 minutes at half time, and here's the man that did all of the damage and more.
So to answer somebody's question in the comments, Lansdowne do actually play again in 2 days. They return to league play. They play on the road to Schneider FC in the Eastern Premier Soccer League. Actually, ironically, I won't be streaming that game. That's a home game for Schneider, so they'll be with Coach's Corner. You can definitely watch that game on YouTube. It'll be linked on the social media of the site. That game was actually originally supposed to take place on Sunday, but mutual agreement by both sides acknowledged the importance of this Open Cup game, so they moved that game to Thursday so that Lansdowne could prepare to today. But there were some concerns as to whether or not they could have used the warm-up match for this, because it had been 12 days since they played. But I do think that had a net positive for their performance tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, they played well tonight. I mean, the scoreline doesn't look that good at the moment, but for a long, long time, this game was 1-0. And if you're an amateur team up against a professional team and you're holding to the 1,
well, that's
you're doing your job.
That's the thing. It's like, when you look at the old Barcelona and Spain games with the tiki-taka, they were very dominating 1-0 wins, whereas there could be very close 3-0 results where you just find out it all kind of took place at the last 15 minutes or so. But it looks like everybody kind of took their foot off the gas. Just less than 3 minutes plus stoppage time. But yeah, if this result holds, it's most likely that Hartford will probably play against the Revolution in the next round. It's looking very likely. Unless, of course, if somehow, I don't know the result of the Manhattan SC game, I'd have to check on my phone, but if somehow Manhattan SC wins, it could be a flip around in that direction. We'll see. No, I'm pretty sure that their next opponent will probably be the Revolution. He picked the ball up again.
Well, it's a free kick for Hartford. At this point in time, as you said, they're just playing out the string now. There's 2 minutes left on the clock. We hope, folks, that you've enjoyed this and that you will join us again for the next game, whenever the next game is on. And, it was lovely being here in Hartford. Thank you very much, Pat, for the invitation. And
yeah, no, it's an honor to have you here. Look, I didn't really think... I said my goodbyes to the Open Cup crowd back in December when I did the Lansdowne match against Vistula. I didn't think that there'd be such a drastic change in the broadcasting environment for the Open Cup. So I'm just very honored to have been given permission by U.S. Soccer to stream this match, and thank everybody across the board. Shout-outs to Jonah Fontella and Logan for believing my ability to be here tonight.
Well, I certainly thanked them as well, and of course brought my assistant Tressa along with me, make sure that, you know, at least I knew the way to Hartford. That was my co-pilot. Well, Hartford didn't need any co-pilots. They got a 3-0 lead, so they can basically take off now for the next game, and as you said, it probably will be against New England Revolution. Will it be in New England or will it be here?
It'll probably be at Jordan Field out at Harvard. Usually, of course, you know, a massive stadium like Gillette, if they don't expect attendance in the 5 figures, they're most likely going to put it at Jordan Field out at Harvard University. That's where the Revolution played most of their Open Cup games in previous years. I remember attending 6 years ago a quarterfinal between the Red Bulls and Revolution out at Jordan Field. It's a great experience. So, you know, if it really does turn out to be Hartford Athletic going there, I hope the Green Monster crowd enjoy it.
I think he's going to play 3 minutes additional time, is he? Let's see if my guess is good. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Let me put that on the, well, yeah, I'm going to have to prepare that on the board myself. Just waiting for the, if you guys are wondering, we're basically like a 1 or 2 man crew here. Okay, that gives me a second. I'm also operating the computer, so give me 1 second.
It's not often you work alongside of a guy that's doing a commentary and working a camera and blowing kisses to the crowd and all kinds of good things like that.
Okay, good.
Lansdowne coming out. Now it's back to their normal season. This is a special.
He threaded that through. That would have been a great goal if he had finished it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe Hartford will call me back to the next match they do that's not on ESPN Plus. We'll bring you along.
Well, Hartford look like a pretty decent team. They have good passing movement, and you know, they have a few very nifty players. That man who scored the goal, Kyle Edwards, you would just hate to be marking him as a defender. Look at that for a clearance.
Now, talking to the fans that are talking about why I reasoned that it would be the Revolution, it's just coming down to strictly geography, because when you look at the other match nearby, the winner of that matchup is probably going to play in Pittsburgh, so it just makes sense that whoever wins this match will be traveling to the Revolution. Revolution enter in round 3. The New York teams enter in round 4, so that just, you know, using logic there, that's who you limit it to.
The referee there made sure we knew it wasn't a penalty kick. I mean, it was very dangerous looking. The referee said, no. Oh,
there's a handball.
Well, they really didn't create the opportunities for the big man since he came in as a substitute. There was 1 or 2. The one that he headed off the crossbar was the one that he would love to have back again, and the Lansdowne would love if he had put it away. It would have changed this game considerably. But goals change games, and that's exactly what the penalty kick did. It changed this game, and then the third one really put the icing on the cake. I think somebody turned on the air conditioner. Oh, it's the wind.
Yeah, it just got very windy.
It's the wind.
It was pretty hot today, to be honest. I still got my sweatshirt on, so I have no regrets.
What you do with your sweatshirt is strictly up to you. Well, moving the ball around basically like they have done since the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
and that's it. It's all over. It's all over, folks, here in Hartford. It's 3-0 in favour of Hartford. But give a nice round of applause to Lansdowne. They were in this game for a long, long time at 1-0. They just couldn't get over that hump and get the goal to tie it up. And in the end, Hartford ran out worthy winners. I mean, they had so much possession of the ball, and they had a couple of balls that did come off the upright and off crossbars and things like that. So,
well, I mean, at the same time, it's also Lansdowne's second loss in the last 19 matches. It's pretty impressive when you think about it, that it takes a second-tier team in America to take them down once in a while, right?
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, if you've won as much silverware as Lansdowne have, you don't have to be worried about a 3-0 victory or a 3-0 loss. It would have been nice, but it is the Open Cup. It's the dessert really for the season, isn't it? It's something extra you get.
So there you have it, folks. It's a 3-0 result to Hartford Athletic. They advanced to round 3. They most likely will face an MLS side. My prediction is New England Revolution. I want to thank everybody for watching the match and hope you guys have a good night. Thank you, Tommy, for being here. It's an honor to have you on the commentary with me. I think this is our 4th game together, but first at such a high level. So, my deepest gratitude for having you here. Thank you, Teresa, for bringing him here. I know you were the driver. So, anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed the broadcast. This is New Logical. Have a good night.